So let's start off right here in the theater seats. This is clearly the most comfortable seat in the house. You have wireless charging port right in the middle, super convenient, some cup holders, and of course, a spot for the 15 remotes that you might have in this RV. But more importantly is the fact that, folks, this is just comfortable. You have like a really nice armrest on both sides. Have the paracord style, just pull that up, push back. Wall hugger, so you can be right up against the wall as you would want. And again, you have that TV that is on a swing arm mount. So whether you're right here and you want it directly across or on a little bit of angle, boom, you are good to go. Soundbar right down underneath. That, of course, does have a couple zones too. So not only is there one zone in here, but another one outside. And right underneath that's your fireplace. So if you really want to set the mood, that right there will do it. But more importantly is the fact it'll keep you warm on a toasty night. And for that, it is a win for me. You'll also see roller shades all the way around in the slide out. Roller shades are great just because they work. And they are blackout, so it'll do a good job of keeping the light out. Not perfect, of course, but it'll do a pretty good stinking job. You'll also see LED lights all the way across the top and a standalone table. Now, I know this is a bunk model, but for me, I like a standalone table when you're looking at a higher end RV. I think it just looks a lot nicer. And it's still going to be plenty functional because, you can sit 4 people at it, which is the same as a dinette or, believe it or not, a U-dinette. You're still only seating 4 people. So that one is a win for me. You also have storage. Take a look at that. Now, it's not a huge storage area, but it's great for placemats. Perfect right there. And you have a leaf. Now, you can leave it open to pull the leaf out, or you can go boop, just like that. Leaf is good to go. Super easy. Make our way a little bit further, you get the bar area here. Now this can be a coffee bar, it can be a candy bar, an ice cream bar, whatever bar you want to make it, but I love the fact it is here. Mine, of course, is going to be a bar, but there is a great backsplash right there. I like the cabinets up top. Not only do they have a decorative glass look, but you can also see that that is pretty darn decent storage. An electrical outlet, so in case, again, you do have that coffee maker, margarita maker, ice cream maker, you can plug that in, and good storage all the way underneath. Now, something else you will notice is that you have a ton of space in a deep island. Why? Well, that's because the Sprinter Limited is a wide body. And what that essentially means is it's going to be 4 inches wider than a lot of the other RVs out there. 4 inches may not seem like a lot, but when we're talking about a confined space like this, 4 inches can make all the difference, folks. Take a look at the drawers, right? You get deeper drawers in here in this center island because you have that extra depth. Right across the way, look at this. Well, that has a carpet square in it, so maybe that's not the best one, but look at this one. Take a look at how deep that is. You have great storage in here, which I love. So, if you have pots and pans, you have more than ample room for it. Couple electrical outlets, and you'll see this sticker right on here. This is something that Keystone does very, very well. That says inverted outlet. So this one comes standard with 200 watts of solar, but you can upgrade that to what's called the 400i. And with that, you get 400 watts of solar plus an inverter. All these outlets are already pre-wired, so now you're good to go. You can just run it on 12 volt, which is key. Let's talk about the center island real quick, and then we'll head to the back and then pick up the rest of the kitchen. But the center island, again, it is nice and deep. You'll see that it is a different countertop color, but I personally kind of like it. It's still solid surface, by the way. Solid surface all the way around. I do want to mention that. It is that premium, that luxury feel in a travel trailer. The high-rise faucet there too. Stainless steel undermount sink and great storage as we saw underneath. Plus you have the USB ports there and good lighting up top. You know what, Aaron? Let's finish actually the kitchen and then we'll head on back. So I just want to show right here this, there's a little bit of packing material. I clearly opened that up, but take a look at the size of that fridge freezer. I mean, that is massive space, right? Something you would see kind of in a house, but the cool thing about this is 12 volt, folks, meaning that this will run off your batteries, which with that extra solar, chef's kiss. Right over here is your pantry, so you have that extra storage. Definitely appreciate that. Also, they hid your fuse panel, so if you have small ones, you don't have to worry about them pulling all your fuses out. That's definitely a good thing too. Let's head on back to the bunk room. Of course, you have the door here that closes off. Right across the way is the slide with the drop-down bunk. There is a window behind that. I'll pull this out, drop it down just to show you. So right there is the window for a little bit of added daylight in here. And underneath is a tri-fold sofa. Now, a couple things about this. One, again, I really enjoy the furniture in here. The armrests are super comfortable, and folks, this is a tri-fold, not a jackknife. Now, yes, as a 6-foot adult, my head does touch the back a little bit, but again, as for most kids, it's going to be great, and even for an adult, I don't even mind this. But this, as I mentioned, is a tri-fold, so this folds out into a very comfortable bed, and honestly, you can probably sleep 2 kiddos on here if you want to. Window along the back, and take a look at the size of that. Huge window. Right up top's a little bit bigger bunk. So we can take a look at that. You can see that it is wider, so maybe one of the bigger kids up here if they're not on the tri-fold. Again, large window up there. And right down underneath, this is actually one of my favorites. This center thing is absolutely cool. So this is where your TV will mount, but they didn't waste any space. Ready? Oh, take a look at that. How sweet is that, right? You open it up. There is massive, massive, massive storage in there. Big fan of that. Definitely a big fan of that. And you can see again, storage all the way around. I mean, it's good depth. It's not like it's unusable. I mean, this is very, very usable storage for the kids' clothes, which is something that a lot of times in a bunkhouse is just missing. So I personally am really glad that they gave you all that storage, and you can kind of see that throughout. Storage in the bunk room, storage in the kitchen here. You get the extra pantry, TV on a swivel. Really enjoy that. Your controls are here. I don't want to touch on them too much. I just want to hit on a couple of quick things. One, this one does have a tankless water heater, which is fantastic. So we can see the shower when we go in there, and you can definitely enjoy quite a bit of time in the shower. The in-command system is wonderful as well. With this, you can control your awning, slide, lights, basically everything in here. Battery heat. That's because this one has lithium batteries. We'll take a look at that when we head out. And then the AC. We'll actually hit on the AC in the bedroom, but this one does have dual AC, and it is the Blade AC system, but it's a Blade Pure, so it has a residential filter, which is awesome. Now, take a look at the bathroom. This is just a really cool setup, something I haven't really seen before, but I love this use of space. You have open shelving right here, which really kind of makes the space seem a lot more open, but you can, design that and make it look super pretty. You have actual clothes storage up top. Porcelain bowl as you would expect, and I have plenty of space. I mean, my shoulders aren't crowded, my legs aren't crowded. They did just a wonderful job. And then when you take a step in, I mean, this is a pretty big bathroom. You have more storage here, great countertop space. You can see your electrical outlet, your medicine cabinet there, and storage underneath. And folks, I know that a lot of times, right, when we're talking about, showers and travel trailers, you just don't have headspace. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. If you're a tall person, take a look at that. You have more than enough room in here. There's no issues whatsoever. Gorgeous shower here too. And I can actually spin sideways. Far too often that is pretty tough when we're talking about travel trailer showers, and it is not an issue at all in here. All right, so as we take a look at the bedroom, what you'll notice right away is the fact you have a king bed in a slide out. So huge bed there. You'll notice the headboard as well. Windows on both sides, which I want to mention, they do open. That's a pretty big deal, so you can get cross ventilation. A lot of times manufacturers will put windows in the sides of the slide boxes, but they don't open just to save a little bit of money. I am glad that those do open. Storage all the way across the top, LED lights. And as I promised, let's take a look at the AC. One of the things you will notice is this right here. Folks, that is a residential filter. Currently, Keystone is the only manufacturer that is doing that, and that is so nice. You can actually just swap it out. Makes it very, very easy. It's one of those maintenance things that a lot of us forget about, and that makes it super simple. Plus, the Blade AC system is quiet, and it is effective. It's like 30% more effective and 30% quieter than most other AC systems out there. Plus, there's 2 of them. Right over here, you have space for your washer as well as washer hookups. Right over here is space for your dryer, so you can have washer and dryer. Remember, folks, we're in a travel trailer, not a fifth wheel. Huge feature there. Storage up top, plus I'll open this up so you can see your wardrobe right there. So you have excellent storage all the way throughout here. You have a couple mirrors so you can make sure you're looking good for the day. But folks, the features don't stop in here. Let's go take a look outside. Let's take a look at the outside of the Keystone Sprinter 372 BHS. Starting off right up front, that's a power tongue jack. But more importantly, we'll take a look when we go around to the side, folks. This one has auto level. That's right, travel trailer with auto level. That is a pure sign of a premium travel trailer. Love that. Right behind that are 2 30-pound propane tanks with the cover. That's right, not 20s, but 30s. lithium batteries. And then right over next to that is the 12-volt distribution box. So already up front, we have some great features. Huge fan. Lithium is awesome. You have, of course, the diamond etch plating here, helping protect that front end a little bit. Gorgeous 3/4 front cap with LED lights in there as well. Now, I know I said that this one does have the Solar Flex 200 as standard, but even on top of that, they also have the ZAMP solar side port. So if you do have your briefcase style solar, you can plug that in there for a little extra. When we take a look inside the outside storage, we'll see a couple different things. One of them is going to be the in-command system brain box, which is right here. That's great because it has some redundancies in the rare event that something fails. You can control it all from right there. You will also see your solar panel disconnect, and I'll talk to you in a minute of why that is so important. Your inverter prep is over there, as well as your additional solar prep and the controller. But the thing about that, the solar panel disconnect and why that's so important, with most RV manufacturers out there, if you want to charge your battery, you have to have the disconnect on. Well, the issue with that is you may have depending on where the sun is and how much you're getting where your RV's parked, you may be having a greater discharge than you're having a charge, and that's an issue. That's not what you're trying to achieve. Here, you can turn off the main disconnect, but keep that on, and now you don't have a discharge at all, and the sun is still filling up the batteries. Huge, huge win right there. If you want an outside TV, folks, those are gonna be your hookups. That is where you'll have it. It's perfect because it is right underneath that power awning with LED lights, and of course, you have a couple speakers there as well. But if we drop down, take a look at the size of those jacks. Man, those things are beefy. Yeah, that's the ground control. That is part of the auto level system. We have 4 jacks. We'll see the back ones look a lot more like what you would see on a fifth wheel. And then the fifth part of that, of course, is the tongue jack, but it utilizes all that to give you an auto level, so it is literally just touch of a button. Lippert solid steps make it nice and easy to get into the RV, and these are huge for a couple reasons. One, it's just way more stable. You have the aluminum treads on there too so that they don't rust, and they're going to be a lot more fur baby friendly. If you have dogs, they much prefer these steps over the standard pullout. And for anyone else, you know, you get the extra large grab handle right here. That's always just makes it a little bit easier to climb in and out of the RV. You have the thermal package Astrofoil insulation. Folks, Sprinter are rated from 0 to 100 degrees. They've been third-party tested. So if you are planning on doing some cold weather camping, this one will treat you right. And as I mentioned, you can see the Solar Flex 200 right there, but you can upgrade that one more time to that 400i to be able to double your solar input as well as get that inverter. Right here on the back, we have a couple things. One of them is going to be your tankless water heater. Just wanted to point that out so you know what that looks like. And then an outside kitchen. That's one of the things you love about a bunkhouse, right? That outside kitchen, there it is. You got the mini fridge right here. Take a look at this guy. Well, you have to flip that over, but this is the outside griddle. I personally am a huge fan of more and more manufacturers putting in the griddle over the 2-burner cooktop, because I'll actually use a griddle, right? Like, you know, I'll cook bacon, I'll cook pancakes on it, I'll cook burgers on it. I just don't use a 2-burner a whole heck of a lot. Coming around to the back, this one does have the rear mounted ladder, 250-pound weight capacity on there. It is a fully walkable roof, so if you need to get up there for any maintenance, brush things off, just check it out. You certainly can do so. Of course, this one also has prep for a backup camera. Spare tire is super simple to get to, folks. Can't find a much easier spot than that. And then right down below, you have an accessory hitch. So if you have like a big bike rack or something like that, you can slide it right in there, which again, it just goes to show you that they're thinking through a lot of things. It's just one more reason this is a premium travel trailer. It has so many features that we normally only see on a fifth wheel, but here we're seeing it in the travel trailer. If we drop down right here, I do just want to show you, as I mentioned earlier, that ground control 3.0. You can see that back jack a little bit different. Our terminations are going to be located right there as well. And of course, you can see the beautiful aluminum alloy rims with the Road Armor suspension system, which is going to give it a lot smoother ride going down the road. A couple more terminations right here, as well as our 50 amp detachable power cord plus black tank flush, making it just a lot easier to wash out your black tanks, because it's something that's going to be necessary. You don't want to have to stick a hose down your toilet. That's what you want to use there. Lastly, as we come around to this side, I do just want to show you your auto level. There is the control for that. Like I said, it is literally one touch of a button. City water inlet, fresh water inlet are both going to be located right there. Folks, if you're looking for a premium travel trailer, you want something for the family, but you want something nice, This right here is definitely what I need to add to the short list. It has a great layout, it has fantastic features, huge countertops, wide body, auto level. I'm telling you, this thing is great. If you're looking for price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Until next time, we'll see you.